The magnet that built the modern world before humanity understood the ion visa blelo rumble. Wind across an empty plain. Distant thunder. A faint metallic scraping sound. Before electricity lit the night. Before engines roared across continents. Before satellites circled Earth, there was a stone. Not gold. Not diamond. Not glowing. Not rare. A dark, orderly-looking rock. And yet it could move iron without touching it. It could point north without knowing why. It could guide ships across oceans never seen. It could power the future before the future even existed. This is the true story of the magnet, the invisible force that built civilization. The stone in Magnesia, 6th century BCE. In the ancient region of Magnesia, shepherds moved through rocky hills beneath the Aegean sun. Legend speaks of a man named Magnus. One afternoon, as he walked across dark volcanic ground, something strange happened. The iron nails in his sandals stuck to the earth. His staff's iron tip pulled downward, as if the ground itself were alive. Beneath his feet lay lodestone, naturally magnetized magnetite phios. To us, it's a mineral. To them, it was magic. Greek philosophers quickly became fascinated. Among them was Thales of Miletus. Believed everything in the universe contained a kind of animating principle. When he saw lodestone move iron, he concluded if it can move metal, it must have a soul. Think about that. Before atoms, before gravity was quantified, before electromagnetism, humans had discovered action at a distance. An invisible force, and they had no language to describe it. The Eastern DCOVRY Greek thinkers debated souls. Inside stones, something revolutionary was unfolding in ancient China during the Han Dynasty. Scholars noticed that carved lodestones aligned themselves north-south. They crafted spoon-shaped lodestones placed on smooth bronze plates. The handle pointed south. At first, this device was used for divination and geomancy, not navigation. But by the Song Dynasty, around the 11th century, Chinese sailors were floating magnetized needles in water to guide ships through fog and darkness. The compass was born. Without it, no reliable oceanic navigation. No age of exploration. No global trade empires. No transatlantic voyages. The compass quietly altered human destiny. Centuries later, that same magnetic principle would guide European explorers toward the Americas. United States owes its existence, in part, to magnetism. Europe rediscovers the force by the Middle Ages. Compasses had spread to Europe. Sailors trusted them. Scholars did not understand them. Then, in 1600, a quiet English physician changed everything. William Gilbert published Magnate. It was the first scientific study of magnetism. Gilbert performed careful experiments. He shaped a spherical lodestone, which he called a. When he brought a compass near it, the needle aligned exactly as it did near Earth. His radical conclusion. Earth itself is a giant magnet. This was not myth. Not speculation. It was experiment. For the first time, magnetism became science. The moment Electricity and magnetism collided. A Danish ACCIDNT Copenhagen. During a lecture demonstration, a physics professor named Hans Christian Ørsted noticed something peculiar. A compass needle deflected when placed near a current carrying wire. Electricity produced magnetism. This was not coincidence. It was a revelation until that moment. Electricity and magnetism were thought unrelated. Orsted's discovery triggered a scientific avalanche. Faraday and the birth of POWR in England, a book apprentice turned scientists began experimenting. Michael Faraday. In 1831. Faraday made one of the most important discoveries in human history. Move a magnet near a coil of wire. Electricity appears. This is electromagnetic induction. This is how generators work. Every hydroelectric dam. Every coal plant. Every nuclear reactor. Every wind turbine in America. All operate on Faraday's principle. Without magnets spinning inside coils of copper wire, there is no power grid. The United States, with its sprawling cities and digital infrastructure, is built on rotating magnetic fields. Maxwell unifies the F4RC in 1864. Scottish physicist James Clerk Maxwell wrote equations that unified electricity and magnetism into a single framework. Electromagnetism. His equations predicted something extraordinary. Light itself is an electromagnetic wave. Magnetism is not just a force between metals, it is part of the fabric of reality. Radio. Waves. X rays. Microwaves. Wi phi. Cell signals. All electromagnetic dots, all rooted in the same invisible force discovered in ancient stones. The magnetic engine of America. The War of C. 1800 S. America. 2 Titans clashed. Thomas Edison vs. Nikola. Current versus alternating current. Tesla's AC system relied on rotating magnetic fields. His induction motor was a masterpiece of magnetic engineering. When AC triumphed, America became electrified. Cities glowed. Factories surged. Industry exploded. Magnetism was no longer mysterious, it was industrial power. The 20th century EXBLO's ion magnets became smaller. Stronger. Engineered. ALNICO. Magnets. Ferrite magnets. Then magnets. In the 1980s, neodymium magnets emerged among the strongest permanent magnets ever created. They made possible compact electric motors, hard drives, MRI, machines. High-performance speakers, electric vehicles. Every modern smartphone contains multiple magnets. Every electric car motor relies on magnetic fields. Wind turbines generating renewable energy spin massive magnetic rotors. America's green energy transition depends on magnet technology. The future magnets beyond Earth maglev and levitate above tracks using magnetic repulsion. No friction. No wheels. Speeds exceeding 300 mph. Magnetism defies gravity's grip. Fusion and the sun on ERAT fusion reactors aim to replicate the sun. To contain plasma hotter than the solar core. Scientists use superconducting magnets. These magnets generate fields thousands of times stronger than Earth's without magnetic confinement. Fusion is impossible. If fusion succeeds, magnetism will power civilization for millennia. Space and cosmic shields. NASA research explores magnetic shielding to protect astronauts from cosmic radiation. Artificial magnetic bubbles could one day shield spacecraft on journeys to Mars. The same force that once guided wooden ships across oceans may guide humans between planets. The quiet ARCHITCT fire demanded attention. Steam roared. Nuclear energy terrified. But magnetism worked silently. It guided, generated, stored, moved, connected. From shepherd's sandals in Magnesia to the glowing skyline of New York to the magnetic fields protecting Earth from solar storms. The magnet never asked to be famous, yet it built the modern world and the next revolution. Quantum computing. Fusion power. Interplanetary travel will once again depend on the invisible force inside matter itself. The magnet is not just a tool, it is civilization's quiet architect.